technical issue there. I'm not sure exactly what went on. Some people could still see it, but we couldn't see it, so we just started it again. Anyway, right. Neil on the Twitter said, how many times did Hoylett look to the bench 10 minutes before he got subbed? Poor lad was burst. Hoylett definitely put in a shift then. He did look tired when he came off. Carl said 3 going on 5 or 6. Easy days. Bring on the Rangers. Ronnie says, how does Miko get a start? Right, so we talked about Miko a wee bit earlier, and that maybe what you saw from him on the ball was a bit unspectacular, but his off the ball work was maybe a bit more valuable. He missed that sitter. He got a fair bit of flack, Colin. He's had a bit of flack in general at his time since he's been back at the team. We never picked him. In fact, we never considered him for a start when we did our preview show. On the back of his performance there, particularly the first half performance, does he start against Rangers?
I don't know. Because Gray obviously sees something in him. And maybe the Rangers defence, maybe would unsettle them. Because he has had good games. Like Celtic away, he didn't take his chances, which is what we need him to do, but he was creating problems for them. He missed the chance at Rangers as well, with penalty. So that, but he's picked him in these games, these big games, away from home.
Mm-hmm.
They must see, like, the horses for courses argument. He brings something. It's not been goals, though. And that's the battle. And even the goals he has scored, have been really, like, scrappy, sort of shitey goals, which it's just fine. A goal's a goal, but, it's not like Bowie scoring that one at Dundee United. No,
Aye.
he's wrapped it in his left foot in the top corner. I think he could start. Yeah, to answer the question, yes.
Maybe in these games as well. Like he's maybe one of these players that just needs to. Maybe needs to play and then get his confidence up, etc. On Vince's point about an automatic extension of your contract if we get third, because we'll need a big squad next year for getting into Europe. Is that good thinking? Would you say to everybody, right, doesn't matter how you've done, if your contract's coming at an end, we're going to need a bigger squad. So rather than having the big clear out that what we're going to do, you have proved yourself good enough to get us third. So an extra year on for everybody. Oof, there you go. Would you do it?
There's a bit of I've not really thought that through. It seems a decent idea on the face of it without me scratching the surface. I suppose would the players only want a year? They might want longer
Aye.
than that. Then so you're getting in that. You maybe get some of them signing. Depends what we're thinking. How many games are we going to have to play? 2 games a week for? How big a squad do you need for that? Do you need all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's probably more to consider, but I get the thinking behind it. It sounds reasonable on the face of it.
Aye, no against that. Dan says Boyle has been excellent. So Boyle has come on to a game. It's funny, Boyle got a bit of criticism earlier in the season. And I have to say there was definitely a point when I was thinking, well, we spoke about it, if he was on the wages that are rumoured, you would probably say
Yeah.
didn't extend or extend on slightly lower terms or a lot lower terms. He's our top scorer of this season. I think he's top for assists as well. I need to fact check that one night, but I believe I read that earlier. Um, he's the talisman against being taking the captain's armband in Joe Neal's absence. Is he vital to the squad then now?
He's been really important this season, like just so many goals, and I don't know if we've got anybody that would have stepped up and chipped that many in. The pace is as much as people thought he's maybe lost a bit of pace, and I think he thinks he has. He's
Mm-hmm.
offside quite a lot. I think he's trying to hedge his bets there. He's been really important and crucial to where we are, no doubt about it. I was reading during the week that both Boyles are out of contract at the end of the season, though. Rachel with the women's team as well,
Aye.
and I wonder if there's an actual thought process behind that. Like they're both coming to the end of
Planning.
their deal. Aye, yeah.
It would feel weird not having. I suppose we got used to not having Stevenson and Hanlon, but it feel weird not having Boyle, even though he's had a spell away for the club.
Yeah.
He's been sort of around for so long. Axel said, great team performance. St Johnstone were really poor, to be fair. Hoylett and Chanters were standouts for me. How many chances are we going to give Miko? Complete waste of a jersey. Marks, a decent 3 points against the Tractor Shaggers. A bit of a bogey team for us. Two decent finishes for Hoylett and Boiler. John Mitchell said, anybody know how many total Hibs goals Boyle has? He must be close to 100 now. I think was he on 94? Yeah,
They
see
said
what you
that
mean.
earlier.
It's aye,
Yeah.
6 goals for Boyle to get to 100. Perfect timing there, by the way, because that comment came up as I was reading that out, and there's
All
no way
right.
they've caught up. So, well played, Stevie. That is
They
tremendous.
said it earlier as well. Somebody
Aye.
said it earlier. Yeah.
Um, Baz said, can't believe how comfortable it was. Really weird. Very happy with the 3 points and now half cut heading to the train station. I think that was the overwhelming feeling coming. Everybody was like that. Was that it?
Aye.
We spoke about it at the start, like that attitude thing, right, and the mentality, and like Hibs in it. So there was the hint at it come back against Kilmarnock, when we get last minute penalty, and we've got fuck's sake, we're going to win that game. We've now got a draw. This one had the real potential to be a fucking proper pisser. We had to bring along a pal, sign for Hibs, whatever the deal was called. We'd sold it at the home end. There was fans in the away, like the South Stand. We've seen it loads where Hibs have then gone on to perform or play well or win these games. So to do it under that pressure in such an important game, to play the way that we did and be so comfortable, I get caught everybody like pleasantly surprised, but it was definitely a surprise. What is that telling us about the team now, Colin?
It's just a confidence, isn't it? Like there's a bit of professionalism. It's not got that fear or whatever it is around. Comfortable. But we didn't often get these comfortable. How often are we in third place for one, right? But also when we're in third place, how often, or when we're in any place, how often do we have a couple of the goals? That'll do. You see the
Mm,
game. It just like Celtic did it yesterday against Hearts. By all accounts, it could have been fucking 10 by half time.
aye,
And they just came out second half and just went through the motions. And Hearts were just going, that's fine, just keep the score down. And that's kind of what we were at that. We were at that point yesterday. It was like we've won the game. We're not going to run about too much. You're just comfortable just losing by how many you lost by. Um, Signed the deal at half time.
mm,
Game was over. It was dead, dead easy. A wee bit boring, like a wee bit boring. But you know that have a boring for your win than like worrying, hanging on. Oh, 2-1. Oh, St Johnstone always score late against us. So,
take the comfortable one any
yeah,
day of the week. Stevie Boyle's the last remaining player for the 2016 winning team. Okay, is it?
it was fucking
Uh,
nearly 10 years ago.
I know. Kieran said if we let Boyle go in the summer, or if he chooses to go, I don't know if it's possible to replace him. And Dan said, "Be a shame if Boyle is away. Won't say a bad word about him if he does. His choice." I think that's the thing. If Boyle goes, no matter how that sort of relationship comes to an end, if you like, I think everybody's going to wish him all the very best. There'll be a bad word said about Boyle at Easter Road ever. I wouldn't
No,
think. Um, Mrs. B said, at least Liam Craig couldn't score against us today. Good to get an assured result against a team that has been a bogey team in recent years. Um, and Susan said, Hoylett goal, and how good is Triantis? Triantis has been, again, tremendous. Any chance of keeping him calm?
I don't think so. I don't think. Sunderland are doing well. I think they won again yesterday. They were certainly winning late on in the day. They could go up. They go up. They'll probably not keep him. So if they sell him, they'll be looking for a lot more than I think what we can pay. If they do stay down, they might want to try him in the
Mm.
championship themselves. I don't think we'd get him. I don't think you'd get less. I think you'd be looking at over $1 million for him, just based
Oh, aye.
on
Yeah,
the standard he's at. That he's now in international squads. I know he never played. Um, the position he plays, the his age, his potential. I know, like, we spoke about it maybe on an extra time and you
aye,
said
we did.
Lennon Miller, or we maybe done a bit off air, I can't remember, but Lennon Miller at Motherwell, and I'm not saying he's as good as him, and he's certainly 2, 3 years older than him as well. If Miller's going for 5, 6 million, you're going to be looking at like a chunk of that being Triantis. So even if it was 2 million, like a third of the price of Lennon Miller, like that, would seem like fairly reasonable based on their age profile
Aye.
and all of that. Both been in the national squad and not played, which is fucking crazy that Clark never played Miller last week. Fucking nuts, but played James Olsen. Mental.
Aye.
And I know they're different positions, but fucks. Aye, so I think it would be out of price range, unfortunately.
Right, wrap up last couple of comments because we're just over an hour there. Ryan says a very controlled performance. First half was decent. Second half felt like it never kicked into second gear. Hoylett was superb. Great first goal. Defensively sound in tough conditions. St Johnstone offered nothing really. Should have scored 4 or 5 to be honest. And Vince says time for a David Gray appreciation podcast. Pick the right team and tactics. He's a very awesome man, and what a good point to leave the episode. I think we can maybe talk about David Gray on extra time in the morning if we can think of how to frame the subject. Maybe thought about what we thought we were going to get with David Gray when he was touted as a manager and compare it to what we have seen from him. You know, in that sort of journey that he's been on, because I'm sure we can dig out some old posts and stuff like that and see what the consensus was for David Gray when he took over, what the concerns were, or what the excitement was around, and see how the reality has panned out. But it's safe to say he's doing a great job, and long may it continue because the guy's a fucking legend. Right, we will call it a night there. This was the sort of the live stream equivalent of what happened on my train coming back from Edinburgh. They all got on the Aberdeen train to get off at Inverkeithing. 5 carriages, they loaded everybody on, they delayed, and then they went, this train's not gone. He's only need to fuck off. And so we all had to go on another train to Aberdeen that was sitting on another platform. They said if you're going to Aberdeen, go in the front 2 carriages. If you're going to leaving, go in the back 3. And then they went, nah, actually, fuck it. If you're going to leaving, you'll need to get another train. All these are going to Aberdeen now. So you had to jump stream. That's the point I was making, which was kind of like me jumping the train.
Oh, but I'm just looking. Vince is saying there the stream is fine. There's two or three
Aye,
others on the old stream saying that weird that because it stopped on mine. I've got on my phone here
aye.
as well, and it was stopped playing there. So I wonder why. Because I'm not logged in like you, so I thought I say anyway.
Aye, they came what
You'll need to do
happened
some
there.
stitching it together now. After this,
Great.
get the
Anyway,
producer on it.
aye, me. Right, thanks for tuning in, folks. And if you've listened to this as a podcast, halfway through you would have got fucking annoying adverts. If you didn't want to get them, you can subscribe. There you go. Just go to our Patreon or sign up on YouTube. And you're going to get any adverts at all because you probably had some just a wee minute ago because we chucked them in just before the end. Well, we don't talk sport that. Anyway, right. Thanks, folks, and we will see you all next time.